Hello and welcome back to Win Entertainment Centre. We are inside the YoPro Arena, day 2 of the Down Under Championships for 2024. Jeremy Austin with you, and thanks for joining us. Apologies for the technical issues we did have outside earlier on today, but we are back streaming inside for the rest of the afternoon. Our RX pairs standings after one event. Tony's Titans sitting on top of the leaderboard. The Bash Sisters from WA, Georgia Otto and Christelle Bridgen, making a big move. BTS Blue in 3rd position. GCs with a great result earlier this morning as well. And the second day of competition, generically moving day. Athletes with the opportunity to move up that leaderboard. Their lane assignments for the second heat of our RX pairs. The Bash Sisters will be in lane number 7. We were in the blue and the red, so keep your eyes on them.
10 seconds.
The GCs, Georgia Proudfoot and Chloe Lyons in lane number 2. This is event number 5 for the competition. 2 more events to come tomorrow on our final day, but it is with a 12-minute time cap, 9 synchro muscle-ups. Ring and the bar being utilised. 21 calories on the bike and 18 calories on the ski erg. And the reps will continue with 2 less every time for the muscle-ups. And will continue for the 21 and 18 for the C2 bike and the ski erg. The Bash Sisters, as expected, our first pair to move. Otto and Christelle Bridgen, 2 names we are used to seeing on the competition floor. Georgia here last year as part of Team Frog Force. 2 West Australian girls. We're training out of the Hustle and Harvest Gym. We do see Isaac Newman training out of there as well. The GCs currently in 2nd. Bash Sisters easily finishing ahead of our other pairs on the floor. Rat Pack with 1 rep remaining on their first set of muscle-ups as the Bash Sisters get underway. Optimal Tribe. The black and the white. Far left of screen, now center of screen. Only a couple of reps remaining for Optimal Tribe as the Bash Sisters continue their progression down the competition floor. Optimal Tribe. Not too far behind, staying in touch. The Bash Sisters, another great response here from them today. Let's see them potentially progress to the top of the leaderboard. Optimal Tribe with Laia Helu and Georgina Andrews. A lot of teams from Tribe from the northern suburbs of Sydney. Raw Iron still working away in the background to the back left in the pink. Trying to get their synchronisation sorted. Optimal Tribe doing their best to try and catch your leaders in our second heat of the day. The Bash Sisters from Western Australia. The Bash Sisters on the right, Optimal Tribe on the left. And Georgia the first to move into position. Castell Pridgen not too far behind, but taking plenty of time knowing exactly where Optimal Tribe are. And Optimal Tribe actually jumping onto the rings and the bar first. Optimal Tribe moving into the lead now. Optimal Tribe, it's still your leaders. The Bash Sisters coming into position now, sitting second in this heat and second on the leaderboard. Still Pridgen getting to work on the ski. Laia Helu at the front. And here's Georgina Andrews at the back on the ski erg. Georgina finishing up first. Giving herself a little bit of extra time to talk those hands up and get ready for the synchro muscle ups that are coming her way. Optimal Tribe. Little bit of extra time required. 12-minute cap. We are 7.5 down. Laia and Georgina still trying to get the job done as the Bash Sisters. This time Castell Pridgen back first. The GCs currently sitting fourth on the leaderboard. Another of our West Australian Chloe Lyons and Georgia Proudfoot's lane at number 2. trying to catch our two leaders, Optimal Tribe, who have now finished up. Get a little bit of a hustle on back to the Concept 2 equipment. The Bash Sisters now only about 15 seconds behind. Final 3 minutes of heat number 2 of our RX pairs. Optimal Tribe in the lead, currently trying to catch Tony's Titans, the Bash Sisters, BTS Blue and the GCs for the lead overall. Optimal Tribe only 27 points back from the lead from Tony's Titans. 100 points here would really help their cause. Final 2 minutes. And Optimal Tribe. The last set of muscle ups coming up. 9 required. Alia and Georgina. Fairly decent lead. Fatigue really starting to kick in now. Alia on those ring muscle ups. Regina on the bar. A good time for a break. Estelle Bridgen and Georgia Otto on the right in the red and blue. Georgia with her back to us. Estelle facing camera. Alia failing a rep on the ring muscle up. This could potentially open the door for the Bash Sisters with less than 1 minute remaining to regain the lead. Alia's got to make sure she doesn't get up too early. A no rep here would be crucial. Not too many reps left. The Bash Sisters have got 1 remaining. Can they get done under time cap? 30 seconds remain. And Optimal Tribe have toiled all the way to the finish. The Bash Sisters, they are going to get done under time cap as well, unofficially in 11 minutes and 50 seconds. A good result for the Bash Sisters, currently sitting in second on 335 points. And a great results for Optimal Tribe, with second place from the Bash Sisters.
Heat winners and Bash Sisters, what a fantastic race that was all the way through.
And our second heat of our RX female pairs done.
Very soon.
And we'll be back with our males coming up very soon. See you then. Welcome back to Wynn Stadium. The RX pairs, the male division, coming onto the competition floor. Welcome to day 2, the Down Under Championships for 2024. Jeremy Austin with you. Our standings for our RX pairs, the Dad Bods across their chocolate box in the north side of Sydney with a 5-point lead over Star Strength and Nomads. Underway from Melbourne in 3rd place. That is a very tight top 3, let alone top 4. The 4165 Dogs in 322 points.
4165 Dogs.
First of our heats for our RX male pairs. Lane assignments, 4165 Dogs. We're going to keep our eye on. That is going to be a crucial result. Currently sitting in 4th. DX with a good result this morning as well. Coming in 3rd in the sprints and the handstand walk. Athletes getting prepared. Good crowd starting to fill in from outside the stadium earlier today.
10 seconds.
And again, apologies for those technical difficulties we did have earlier this morning outside. The start of event number 5. You see the finish.
2 heats of the RX males as they start.
Of day number 2 for our RX pairs. Boys from the bush got a little bit excited and jumped onto the bikes already. You got to start with the ring and the bar first before you get to play with the bikes and the ski erg. 12 minutes ahead of us of 9.7579 synchronized muscle ups on the ring and the bar. And in between, we're going to be doing 21 and 18 calories on the bike and the ski erg.
First onto the Concept 2 machines.
Team DX with that 3rd place result out on the field today for event number 4, the sprint, carry and the lunge, plus the handstand walk. Billy Gearside, Sam McKenna. As the athletes just start to settle in.
The athletes making their way through 18 calories and on the ski erg and 21 calories on the seats.
Boys from the bush overcome that little glitch to start things off. The Highway Boys, our final team to head to the bike and the ski erg. Jed Edwards, Braden Grubb.
Rodriguez 4 times in between. The transitions as they make their way through 9 reps, then 7, then 5, and then back up to 7 and 9 on the synchro muscle ups.
Team DX on Grid Performance CrossFit, first team to move. Boys from the bush, that bit of an issue to start proceedings here in event number 5. Make sure they have sorted those out and getting to work pretty easily on their muscle ups. And boys from the bush, Jackson McGregor and James McGowan.
The time cap on the workout, 12 minutes.
Boys from the bush, lane 7. James McGowan on the ski. Jackson McGregor on the bike. James McGowan not messing around. He is straight back to the rig.
Here we go, boys from the bush, their first athlete. We'll be joined now.
Jackson McGregor.
Round of 5 synchro muscle ups. And they're off.
The Alley Dogs, Belimi and Nathan Stark, also moving up now into second position.
Boys from the bush is on.
Boys from the Bush continue their very steady progress.
DX is on.
Team DX, a good three-way battle. Boys from the Bush, DX and the Alley Dogs battling it out in this first of our RX male heat.
They won the BTS boys, joining the rest of the field on the C2 machines. Running the hands to go off now, 12 routines, let's take it next movement.
Five minutes down. Boys from the Bush are back, and they're back first. Just ahead of the Alley Dogs and DX.
Eyes on lane 3 and lane 6, here we go, DX. And Alley Dogs. Back to the rings with a set of 7.
Boys from the Bush looking very comfortable.
Hands up for Alley Dogs, hands up for Boys from the Bush, and it is still lane 7.
The Boys from the Bush heading back once again.
With 1 round on the Content 2 machines and 9 muscle-ups in their way.
Jackson McGregor at the back. And Jason McGowan at the front. The Boys from the Bush. McGowan from CrossFit 4740. Their Queensland affiliates. Now is where the communication and strategy really starts to kick in.
DX looks like they're taking a bit of a break on those muscle ups, opening up the door for Ali.
Only 5 minutes remain for our RX pairs.
Second places at the moment.
And some no reps starting to creep in.
Boys from the Bush look to run.
McGowan still
Their final set on the
plenty in the tank. McGregor chasing him down the floor. The Alley Dogs are not too far behind. The Alley Dogs taking a quick break as the Boys from the Bush continue their progress. Boys from the Bush, another break could give the Alley Dogs a chance to sneak in the lead.
Slow teams down and hands up for Alley Dogs. Hands up for Boys from the Bush.
Boys from the Bush are looking down the barrel, losing their lead. The Alley Dogs are going to sneak into the lead. Nathan Stark and Belimi, the local boys, have taken the heat win, no rep for Boys from the Bush. And that has put a massive dent in their hopes of finishing quickly.
Boys from the bush. Can anyone get between them and the alley
Nathan
dogs?
Stark, Carl Bellamy, what a performance.
Boys from the bush.
Jackson McGregor and James Cowan finish up.
We'll get it done.
The boys from the bush. An unofficial time of 8:52. The Alley Dogs in 8:24. For your official results, make sure you head to competitioncorner.net. Final 3 minutes.
Boys back to the machines for the final time.
4165 Dogs. Currently sitting in 4th place on the leaderboard, 322 points. They are sitting in the left of the screen, the light blue shirt. Barbell Bros in the middle, and to the far right it is DX.
Looks like they're going to cross the finish line now.
And not too far away from that 10-minute mark.
And DX coming through behind him. Teasing out
Barbell
just
Bros
under 2
finishing
minutes
up.
to work.
Will Broad and Luke Barker for the Barbell Bros.
4165 Dogs just hanging up there on the bar. Four
4165 Dogs need to get a wriggle on here to get this one finished. Stay in contention on that leaderboard. And they will be finishing under 11 minutes. At our bookends, BTS boys and the Highway boys are our final 2 teams on the competition floor.
1 minute to get the work done.
The final 40 seconds. Heat number 3. First of our RX male pairs.
Who can get it done?
The biped Italian Stallions. Trying to get through their reps with the BTS boys on the far left of the screen. On the far right, we have got the Highway boys.
10 seconds left before we reach our time.
Leonardo Zafria and Francesco Paradiso.
3, 2,
The Italian Stallions can't get the job done.
Give it up for your first heat of male pairs. And your winners in lane 3.
Our male
Alley
pairs
Dogs.
done for our first heats. And the Alley boys. Perfect strategy, perfect timing. And getting over for a heat win. Heat number 4, not too far away. We'll be back soon. Day 2 of the Down Under Championships for 2024. Welcome to it. Jeremy Austin with you. A few technical issues earlier on outside the Wind Stadium. All those are fixed now, and we are roaring along on the live stream. So thank you for joining us wherever you are. Our standings for our RX male pairs. Dad Bods, some CrossFit Chocolate Box at the top. Star Strength Nomads in second. Underway in a third position. Galley Dogs. Heat winners in heat number 3. And the Highway Boys doing a great job as well. Our lane assignments for heat number 4. It's going to see the Dad Bods in lane number 7, Star Strength Nomads in lane 5, and Underway, they're going to be in lane number 6.
And we're on to another heat of your RX pairs, so welcome out.
The Saturday, the middle day of pretty much every competition, and in particular the Down Under Championships, where teams get a chance to move up that leaderboard. It is event number 5 for the weekend. 9, 7, 5, 7, 9 synchronized muscle ups on the rings and on the bar. 21 calories on the Concept 2 bike erg. 18 reps on the ski erg. Your leaders coming into event number 5, and your leaders after the first portion of the muscle ups are the Dad Bods in the orange leaders jerseys. Strategy and pacing, important part of event number 5. These pairs have been sitting at the back working out exactly the right strategy, and all seem to have a fairly steady pace heading into the first portion of this event. 12 minutes on our time cap. Good crowd coming in from outside earlier on today. Our Star Strength Dogs, lane 1. Working just that little bit harder than every other pair. Dad Bods try to protect that lead. Only 5 points over Star Strength Nomads. And Underway currently sitting in third only. 8 points back. And a point to prove. Coming into the 5th event of the competition with 1 day remaining tomorrow. All of our RX male pairs very close together. No separation or clear separation just yet. Underway. Are underway on their way back. Ricky Lantouris, CrossFit Naru Warren, and Dexter Todd from CrossFit Underway
Hands up in lane 5, hands up in 3, hands up in 1.
And underway, doing it easy at the moment. Minerva Vintage. Lane number 8. Just to the right-hand side of underway. The thing's going to get very tight. Drive MW. Tom Leatherby and Mikhail Atchegu getting to work. Underway, left of screen. Again completes, and a 3-way battle. It's all going to come down to the second partner. Some teams jogging, some teams walking, but we have got 4 teams all vying for that top spot. Dylan Fitzpatrick and Graydon Irvine. Holding on to a very slender lead. Minerva Vintage team. Corey Wood and Ryan Trembath. Making up big moves. Star Strength Nomad with Tane Dobby, Cormac Stevens. And the separation I spoke about earlier has started to commence. Graydon and Dylan heading back now and taking their time on the way back. The Star Strength Nomads of Cormac and Tane only about 3 seconds behind the Dad Bods, your current leaders, on 335 points, 5 points ahead of the Nomads from Star Strength. And Minerva Vintage, so 4 teams with the chance to take out this heat lead. The Dad Bods looking very consistent. The only team not to take a break. And it is going to be the Dad Bods. Chris Reed and Brendan Wild from CrossFit Chocolate Box. I'll give you Dad Bods. I don't think you know what a Dad Bod is. The Nomads are in as well. Cormac and Tane. This is where a few teams have come unstuck, underway, looking good. Next to Todd. The Star Strength Gods, Evan Gray and Kyla Edwards. another of our teams to finish off. It's underway. Next time, Ricky Lentouris are done. Still plenty of time on the cap. Drayton and Dylan, our first teams back to the last 9 muscle-ups. And it has been a struggle through transition on the rings. Again, great programming from Rob Forte. Testing these teams out. Liam Wright and Sam Hutton from CrossFit Richmond are through, and Drayden Irvine, Dylan Fitzpatrick get done under 10 minutes. Our final 2 teams on the competition floor. Lane 8, Minerva Vintage. Corey Wood, Ryan Krembach on the left, on the right-hand side. It is Tribe, MW, Mikkel and Tom. Minerva Vintage are done in about 10:20. The last 9 reps now. The Tribe, MW.
Take out the time, we're taking it time. Alright, hands up for the Tribe. Here we go, final 5 reps.
Just over 1 minute remaining now.
60 seconds remaining for the Tribe.
As we see the end of the RX Pairs division. Day 2 of competition here at the Down Under Championship. Our adaptives are up next. And we've got 2 heats on the way for you. And finally, we will get to our elite individuals and our elite pairs to wrap things up for day 2. Very special guest coming up, maybe even 2 for our afternoon session. Only 20 seconds remaining now. Mikkel and Tom are probably going to run out of time. Last rep, and Mikkel just can't get that turnover on that ring muscle up. Great work from the team from Tribe MW. Great work from the Dad Bods, who will maintain their lead at the top of the leaderboard of the RX Men's Pairs division. More action coming from Wynn Stadium in just a little while. We'll get to our adaptive soon. We'll see you then.
In lane 1, Ava Sayedi.
Hello and welcome back to Wynn Stadium, day 2 of the Down Under Championships of 2024. Jeremy Austin with you.
Lane 4,
Our RX pairs done for the day. Our adaptives have hit the competition floor. And we got 2 heats of our adaptives.
And in lane 8, Glenn Miller.
Our first heats from lane number 1, top of the screen on the left, is going to be Ava Sayedi, Chelsea Dingley, Emily Cairns, Eric Brown, Tom Dupreez. Our seeded division in lane 6, 7, 8, Cam Whitaker, Tash Price and Glenn Miller. Great day of competition yesterday. The athletes out on the field earlier today. I'll have 2 heats of our adaptives, both at 6 minutes. And you'll see athletes for the first time, especially in the seated division, getting out of their chairs, getting a little bit uncomfortable, but also doing some amazing things on the competition floor. Chelsea Dingley from CrossFit Norwest competed at the Adaptive CrossFit Games this year in San Antonio, Texas. To her right and our left in the yellow and black, champion of the upper extremity division, Emily Cairns from WA. Ava Sayedi in the green far right. And Eric Brown in the white shirts, just alongside Emily, all in our upper extremity division.
Stand by.
Underway for the first heat of adaptives. Tash Price getting to work on the ski. Glenn Miller to the far right of screen, the 50-year-old from Brisbane, wearing that orange leaders jersey. Tash Price from the Gold Coast, part of the Gold Coast Performance Centre on the left. Cam Whitaker, far left of screen. On the left-hand side of our screen, the Adaptive CrossFit Games champion, the seated 3 quad division. Chelsea Dingley and Emily Cairns get to work on the ski erg. They will have the 1 point of contact. Cameron Whitaker. Former wheelchair rugby athletes. And the athletes in the seated division having to pull themselves out of their chair. Renee Cunningham in the background there, making sure athletes are hitting a range of movements. Tash Price. Going through that full range of movement, making sure getting your head through at the bottom with straight arms and getting those rings touching that torso. Chelsea Dingley on the way back in lane number 2. Eric Brown, Ava Sayedi, about to finish off her pull-ups. Cam Whitaker makes his way back. And you will notice some of the handlers on the competition floor with these athletes Especially for the seated division, making sure the chairs are in a good position and don't move around. Emily Cairns. One arm pull-ups, proving very difficult. Finding her groove now, making things a touch harder as Chelsea Dingley and Eric Brown get to work on their jumping pull-ups. Tash Price, the second round of the ski ergers. Cam Whitaker heads back. Chelsea Dingley from one of our oldest affiliates in the Oceania region, CrossFit Northwest, owned by Rob Downton and Jess Coughlin. Dingley on her way back. And Glenn Miller in the seated 2 division. From the Freeze. Who is in our adaptive lower division, but also vision impaired. Who is joining the athletes in the lower extremity division. Chelsea Dingley gets the job done. Just under that 5-minute mark, which means there is 1 minute remaining. ASA Vardy coming back. Eric Brown will be next finished. Ava Sayati. Not too many reps remaining. Ava Sayati making her way back. Not too long to go. She's going to have to get a move on. Emily Cairns getting finished.
And keep it going because we are done in 3, 2, 1, time.
And time is up for heat number 1 of our adaptive division.
And
Tom Dupree's meters short of getting finished. The man from CrossFit Noosa. And tough going for Cam Whitaker, Tash Price and Glenn Miller in the seated division. Cam in seated 3, Tash and Glenn in seated 2. And the second heat of adaptive is not too far away either. Our elite individuals, our females, will kick things off for the final portion of our afternoon from 3:50. We'll be back with our second heat of our adaptives. Just Back to action at Wynn Stadium, our second of our adaptive heats coming up. 5 athletes in the field. They're in attendance at the 2024 Adaptive CrossFit Games in San Antonio, Texas, about 6 weeks ago. John Heath in the blue shirt. One of those athletes who doubled as a handler for Cam Whitaker. And he still reckons that this is his final competition and final events. He has been a great ambassador for the adaptive community. It'd be a shame that he would give it all up. Underway, Jordan Cabrita. Jamie McInerney starting things off in lane 7 and 8. 2 of our athletes who were in attendance at the CrossFit Games this year. Jordan Cabrita on the far right. Jamie McInerney and Diane Ross. Must have got the dressing memo. McInerney with that orange leaders jersey. In the black and green, far left of screen, Dylan Van Stralen from Picton, NCRS. And he's out of here. No messing around. Big Canterbury Bankstown supporter and lifeguard Dylan Van Stralen. Cody Campbell in the black and the pink. Another attendee at the CrossFit Games is Jeremy Gordon, the CrossFit Games champ. The adaptive lower extremity division. Riley Grace on the far left and John Heath on the right. Butterfly pull-ups looking exceptional from Riley Grace. Youngster from CrossFit Verge. Jeremy Gordon with the men's leaders jersey on. Dylan Van Stralen heading back once again, but Jeremy Gordon in that red leaders jersey. With some great reps in his first set. Gets a no rep, the first of his second set. John Heath, such a good looking man on the far right. Riley Grace on the left, starting their second set on the ski erg. Cabrita, McInerney. McInerney, part of the neurological division. John Cabrita in the intellectual disability division. Gordon on the left, Cody Campbell. Coaching out of Hawke's Bay in New Zealand, Dylan Van Stralen gets to work. Van Stralen doing it very simply. Still 2 minutes on the cap, and he's up with that result. Dylan from Dixon NCRS. Jeremy Gordon, enough time to judge Patrice Simpson on the way down. John Heath, couple of reps to go, and about 1:15 left on our time cap. All our athletes trying their hardest to get finished. Cody Campbell on the right-hand side of the screen in the pink and black. Riley Grace and John Heath on the left. Riley Grace all finished. Cody Campbell tries to get in a last few reps before the time cap hits. Jamie McInerney finishes up with just on 30 seconds left on our time cap. Diane Ross making her way back. Geordie punching out those last few reps before the time cap hits in about 5 seconds time. And time is up. Great work from not just our second heat of adaptives, but for the first as well. They're not just here to showcase movement, they're here to perform and show exactly what they are capable of. Adaptive division completes. Our individual females, our first heats for the afternoon coming up very soon. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Wynn Stadium. A great presentation by Ed Morrison, our surprise guest MC.
30 seconds, athletes.
Our elite women, Amy Pringle, with some great work done on the field this morning, jumping into the lead over the top of second place, Christina Livinatakis. The Jess battle continues between Jessie Smith and Jess Green, and only 9 points between them. Ella Price with a great result on the handstand walk. Rounding out our top 5, our lane assignments for heat number 1 of our elite individual female division.
10 seconds.
Is going to see a few names that we are very familiar with in the Oceania region, especially here on the competition floor at the Down Under Championships. 12-minute time cap for event number 5 for these ladies. 9-7-5-7-9 ring muscle ups. 21 calories on the bike. 18 calories on the erg. The ski erg, that is. Back to 18 more ski erg calories and 21 calories on the Concept 2 bike erg. A big thank you to Concept 2 and also Alpha Fit for their sponsorship of this event. Alice Scott brings a move. Alexandra Bullock and Emily Clements. Bella Andueza. That finish. And onto the bike. Beck Glenister and Caitlin Matushka still finishing off their first set of 9 ring muscle ups. And Bullock to the far left of the screen, moving very quickly on this bike. Cycle rate a lot quicker than the other girls. And Louisa, Clements and Scott to the right-hand side of the screen in order. Bullock really getting to work on this bike erg. Beck Glenister commences her work. Alice Scott Bullock not messing around out here today. Trying to catch her is the youngster, the 19-year-old Alice Scott. CrossFit Selwyn. As Andoeza and Clements jog back, Alice Scott decides to walk back. Bullock getting to work. Bullock, experience with PFC 30716 at the CrossFit Games 2 years ago. And Louisa taking a break as Clements, South Australian, jumps into the lead. Alice Scott closely followed behind. And no wonder Alexandra Bullock was working so hard on the bike.
Alexandra Bullock now makes her way to the skiers. And Antoinette, if she can get out last muscle up, which she does, is now on the skier as well. So it's a race of 4. Clements is your early leader in the skier. She's got 6 cows.
Emily Clements, a 29-year-old from Adelaide.
Scott has 5 cows done.
Physio by trade.
3 now, and Bullock has 5. So tight race in the middle of the stadium. All right, 4 minutes
Emily Clements finishing 15th at the Torian Pro this year. 18th overall last year at the Down Under Championships. 15th in the individual quarterfinals. Clements now giving herself a very decent lead over the rest of the first heats of the elite individual females. Alice Scott is second, Bella Anduiza coming in third, and Alexandra Bullock in fourth. It is going to be a battle of the muscle-ups. Alice Scott looking great, far right of screen in the blue and pink. Clements, can she hang on to her lead? She can. Alice Scott making up a lot of ground on that last set of ring muscle-ups. 5.5 minutes down. One v2, Clements on the left, Scott on the right. 18 reps on the ski erg. And Louisa on the right-hand side in the white and the pink. Alexandra Bullock in the pink and blue. Two battles going on concurrently. Alice Scott on the pink and purple. Sorry, the blue and purple on the left of the screen. And Emily Clements battling it out for first. It is going to come down to the last two sets of muscle-ups, which will be 7 and 9. M. Clem gets a little bit of a hustle on. She knows Alice Scott's strong on the rings and needs to put a little bit of distance between herself and the girl from Kossuth Selwyn. Clements getting to work in the background. Third rep from Clements is good. And strategy coming into play now. Alice Scott, what sort of sets has she got in the can? Clements has just got to run her own race here. Scott looking great, far right of screen. Alice Scott, can she go all 7 unbroken? She can. Your new leader is Alice Scott, the 19-year-old. And a quick glance over the shoulder. Yep, M. Clem is coming. And a matter now of getting the reps done efficiently and quickly without exerting too much energy and getting that heart rate jack too high.
So the hand is up for Eduetta, which is about to make her way. Alex Bush is on the bike. She do well to catch Clements or Scott, who put a pretty handy lead over the rest of the pack now. So Clements has got 7 calories.
Bullock.
Scott has got 9.
Again, the high turnover rate of those legs. The judges' hands will tell a story. Don't be surprised to see M. Clem get off first on the left of screen in the whites.
So Blitz is trying to make up some ground.
A very good performance so far from Alice Scott on the ring muscle ups. 3 minutes remaining.
Hardy is in lane 5 and 6. Both winning about 18 cows. And the first, we're going to get there will be Alice Scott.
It is going to be Alice Scott off first, but M. Clem, couple of meters ahead on the way back to the rings for the final time. Alice knows she's got some big sets. Emily Clements with 2.5 minutes remaining. Top part of that ring dip is going to be the crucial factor. 4 reps for Emily Clements. Alice Scott is about to overtake her. Is she going to go unbroken on 9? The youngster going to the CrossFit Games as a teenager competitor. Is she going to go all 9? The crowd is urging her on. She's got 8. She has got a bit of breathing space, but she also has got a couple of heats coming up. And Alice Scott, what a performance. The girl from Christchurch gets finished. 10:43 unofficial time. M. Clem will be next done. And wasn't too far behind either. But M. Clem getting done. Great battle from the two girls in our first heat of our individual elite females. Bullock is going to get through as many reps as possible as she can. And Louisa is going to get done as well. Here is she? No, she doesn't. Bullock finishes off. And Louisa with only a few reps remaining. Tushka. And the fatigue of those triceps trying to press out of that ring dip has proven difficult for some of these ladies, but for Alice Scott and Emily Clements doing it very well. Heat 1 for our elite individual females done. Heat 2 coming up soon. Welcome back to Wynn Stadium. Heat 1 in the books. Alice Scott giving us a great time to chase of 10:43. Heat 2 on the way. Elena Simons. Some heavy hitters. Linda Kiesman, Marnie Sykes, some household names. And some youngsters in there to boots. Georgia Farrow, a very good morning out in the fields. Our overall leader, Amy Pringle, now jumping into the lead by 5 points over Christina Lividatakis. Back to Jessie Smith, 4 points back. 9 points back to Jess Green. And a further 10 points back on 309 points is Ella Price. Marnie Sykes sitting in 7th. Linda Kiesman in 9th. With it all to do in event number 5.
Stand by.
Underway for event number 5, 97579 ring muscle ups. And 21 calories on C2 bike on either end, and in the middle, 2 lots of 18 calories on the ski erg. As I mentioned, 10:43 our time to beat from our Kiwi youngster Alice Scott. Erica Palassi first off. Jessie Ward. And very tight from 7 of our 8 athletes. Laurie Yardley, an issue with her rings on her first attempt in her first set. But now moves forward to join the other ladies in heat number 2. The ladies settle in on their Concept 2 bike, 21 calories required. Intensity levels will be starting relatively low. Jessie Ward, Marnie Sykes, Erica Palassi, and Chelsea Lane. Marnie Sykes, first back to the rings, lots of experience as a CrossFit Games team athlete. Choosing the path of the individual now. Let's see where that takes her. 7 ring muscle ups, our second set for these ladies. Kiesman, not messing around with that second set. Pulling ahead at only just of Marnie Sykes, Erica Palassi, Jessie Ward. Your top 4. And leader overall, Amy Pringle, 337. Back to Christina Lividatakis, your overnight leader. And Jessie Smith, Jess Green, Ella Price. You see Linda Kiesman and Marnie Sykes in 7th and 9th, with some work to do in our 5th and final event for day 2 of competition here. 18 calories, 2 times around for these athletes. And they will finish with the Concept 2 bike. The back end of 97579 ring muscle ups. $37 total muscle ups. Linda Kiesman in the lead, but with company. Marnie Sykes and Jessie Ward, Erica Palassi. So the same 4 hitting the ski erg, hitting the rings at the same time. Smallest ring muscle up section, 5. Athlete won't be on here very long. Keesman, very quick up and down. Keesman from CrossFit Vondel Gym in the Netherlands. Finishing 19th at the CrossFit Games. And a very good resume for Linda Keesman. Sykes, Kiwi athlete, now training at CrossFitorian in Brisbane. $290 points, is still in contention. A good result here will propel her into the top 5, heading into the last day of competition tomorrow. Elasti making a move ahead of Keesman and Sykes. Separation starts. 7 reps is up next for our top 3. Sykes on the left, Elasti in the middle, and Keesman on the right. Elasti from CrossFit Woolgoolga, the east coast of Australia. Ken's Woodhouse in the orange and black. And now the final race is ahead of us. Keesman, 5'9" with a little bit more reach and limb length than Elasti. And we'll probably do the bike a little bit easier. The last 9 ring muscle ups, as we saw the battle in heat number 1 with Ella Scott and Emily Clements. Came down to strategy. Ella Scott going 8-1 to finish off her final sets. Kenzie Woodhouse now joining the top 3 girls, Keesman, Elasti and Sykes. Jessie Ward on just after Mackenzie Woodhouse. Judges' hands start in the air. Elasti first, then Keesman, then Sykes. It is going to be Elasti first. No doubt kids, Lolita and Aspen are watching along. Elasti looking very good. And yes, strategy-wise, taking a break, smart move. Then Keesman and Sykes hang on. Keesman looking great at the bottom of that ring dip. And fatigue starts to get her as well. And Marnie Sykes. Erica Elasti. Last rep for Erica Elasti. And done. And a impressive performance. Pulaski well under the time from Alice Scott. And your new leader, Keithman, will be second. She'll be getting under Alice Scott's time as well. Unofficial time for Erica Pulaski, 9:30. Marnie Sykes trying to finish off. Jesse Ward, Georgia Farrow, Ken's Woodhouse. Battling to get this last set of 9 muscle-ups completed. Final rep for Marnie Sykes. Pulls into position. And presses it out. And that will be under Alice Scott's time as well. The quick work from Marnie Sykes.
90 seconds left to go.
Jesse Ward sprints down to the finish, and a great race between Ken's Woodhouse, Chelsea Lane. With less than a minute to go. Georgia Farrow and Laura Yardley, our 2 West Australians.
30 seconds remaining.
The last 30 seconds. And Farrow makes her way down. She will finish under the time cap.
3, 2, 1.
And that's all she wrote for heat number 2 of our elite individual females. Crowd appreciative. And heat number 3 coming up next. Welcome back to Wynn Stadium, our 3rd and final heat coming up of our elite individual females. Just taking the floor now. Amy Pringle with a great morning outside here at Wynn Stadium. And projecting herself into the lead, only 5 points ahead of Christina Libertakis.
1 minute, athletes.
Jessie Smith, Jess Green, Ella Price. Everything getting pretty tight.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the 3rd and final heat.
Our lane assignments.
This is a triplet of ring muscle ups,
We'll see Amy Pringle all the way down in lane number 8.
Rep scheme put together by the brilliant mind of one Rob Forte. No stranger to this
30
sport.
seconds, athletes. Stick to your starting position,
So keep your
please.
eyes on the bottom of our broadcast screens. Amy Pringle will be down at the bottom of that. Can she hang on to the lead? Libertakis, Jessie Smith and Jess Green in the centre of Wynn Stadium.
10 seconds. Jessie Smith. Stand by.
All right, away we go. 9
Underway for
is the first task to be
the
completed.
5th and final event
No question that all
for
these
our
events
individual
are
females.
on these 9, but the question is, should you, knowing what's coming up, look at Libertakis.
And this sort of event that is going to suit Jess Green, the 13-year level 10 gymnast.
That is a thing to behold, and she
Amy Pringle, with all of that CrossFit Games experience.
Libertakis in lane 5.
Maisie Wild,
She's already
and
offering
white.
9 muscle-ups in 45
Libertakis,
seconds.
not happy with giving up that lead. She wants it back. She is your leader. Pringle second.
But she
Jessie
has
Smith in
something.
third.
And
Jess Green in fourth. Samantha
Jessie
Pugh
Smith,
in 5th place.
Jess Green.
Ella Price moving into position. Laura Clifton. As Maisie Wild is about to finish off her first set of ring muscle ups.
She's just rounding up her ring muscle ups. Her last set. So 21 cows on the bike. Rightio, so Jessie Smith is on 12 cows. Libertakis is on 14 cows.
Amy
Jess
Pringle,
Green is
bottom
on
of
12
screen.
cows.
Samantha Pugh,
Samantha Pugh is on 11 cows.
With that red hair,
And the hand is up for
two
Amy
athletes
Pringle,
in.
ladies and gentlemen.
Libertakis and Pringle are battling it out. Amy Pringle
Takes us with a commanding lead into the 7 ring muscle up.
Is
Goodness
back.
me, that was fun. Libertakis is back for her. Ring muscle ups.
finishing 13th at the CrossFit Games this year. Amy Pringle.
Look at Libertakis go. She's doing muscle ups like I do ring rows. She is making them look easy.
Set up Libertakis.
Pringle is done though. So Amy Pringle with a set of 7 up again, and she's on the ski cows.
Back to work for Amy Pringle. Libertakis just running her own race in the centre of the arena now, coming to the ski erg for the first lot of 18 ski erg calories.
100 calories an hour, and if you've been on a ski erg before, that's no mean feat. She's got 6 counts done.
Libertakis battling it out with Amy Pringle.
Green has just ticked into her first calorie. Jessie Smith with 3. Ella Price with 2. Laura Clifton.
Pringle with a great trajectory,
Another set of 7 muscle ups.
finishing 8th overall last year at the Down Under Championships. Finds herself at the CrossFit Games this year. And a great 13th finish here on the right of the screen. Libertakis.
So she's got 2 calories to go. The hand is up for Libertakis, and they're moving into a set of 5 muscle ups.
Pringle back.
So up jumps Pringle. She's got 5. You don't really see her having any issues with those right now. She is flying on the rings. And she's going to have
Second place.
a clean 5.
Here comes Christina Libertakis.
She's back on the stairs already.
Pringle not messing around with the 5. And composure, something that Amy Pringle has been definitely working on.
We've got a nice gap between first, second, and third. Pringle first, Libertakis second, and then battling it out for third. Number 2, Jess Green.
Pringle Libertakis, Clifton, your top three, heading into the second set of 18 ski erg calories.
It's just going full send again on the skier. Close to 1,100 calories an hour. Libertakis, she's got 4 calories.
Pringle and Libertakis battling this one out. 7 ring muscle ups await. Who has got more in the tank?
All of these women giving chase to Pringle in lane 8, who has the hand up.
Pringle finishing up her second lot of 18 ski erg calories. Libertakis with a 12th place finish here last year and in a little bit of a deficit, finishing first for the individual quarterfinals. All trying to chase down our leader, Amy Pringle. Pringle doing it easy on the 7. 21 calories on the bike to come.
There you go, she is on the last pedal to the bike.
21 calories and 9 ring muscle ups remaining.
He's close enough to cause Pringle some issues. Pringle is already on the bike. She's got 4 calories done already.
Libertakis still getting to work in the green right of screen. Turnover still very good.
So Libertakis will join
7 done. And Libertakis, is she going to push hard enough to battle out for this top spot? Or is she going to be content just sitting in that second place position? But here comes Jess Green.
Pretty tricky. We're only 6.5 minutes down. Now Jessie Smith makes her way to the bike.
Jessie Smith back on the bike, your top 4. Amy Pringle leading, Libertakis in second, Jess Green in third, and Jessie Smith in fourth.
And then 9 ring muscle ups will stand between.
Pringle is done, the last 9 reps coming up, and time only 7 minutes. Pringle to take this out needs to go under 9 minutes 30, the current best time by Erica Palasti in heat number 2.
She's yet to break on the muscle up. This is a big
9 reps is going to be a big ask. Saw Alice Scott in heat 1 go 8 and 1. But Pringle, that press out on the ring grip getting a little bit hard now. Cleverly, she comes down.
There's only a few reps left.
Amy Pringle trying to get through as Jess Green jumps into second place now. Pringle, couple of reps remaining. One, in fact, Pringle is done. And Amy Pringle wanting to better her 8th place finish from last year. And doing all the right things on day number 2, moving day here at the Down Under Championship. Jess Green battling it out with Libertakis, and Libertakis from nowhere making up that deficit on her last 9 reps. Jessie Smith getting the job done, but Amy Pringle, what an exceptional performance in 8 minutes and 12 seconds. The Jess Green is all finished up as well.
Very shortly for her and Samantha Stewart on the rings. There's the hand.
Still 2.5 minutes on our clock. Samantha Pugh, the far right of the screen. Ella Price on the left. Laura Clifton.
We've got 2 minutes left.
Lacey Wild. Still trying to get those reps completed. Ten minutes down, 2 remaining.
2 minutes to go.
Ella Price. Moving from New Zealand over to Western Australia in the last couple of months to improve her training. Samantha Pugh getting finished up as well. Laura Clifton and Macy Wild, your final 2 athletes in lanes 1 and 2. The final 60 seconds of our final heat of our elite females. Macy Wild back on for her final 21 calories on the concept 2 by 45 seconds. Laura Clifton done just under time cap with about 25 seconds remaining.
Hey, walk on, you know how we do it. One athlete working, make as much noise as you possibly can.
Macy Wild from State CrossFit in Tamworth.
5,
The home of the infamous
2, 1.
Georgia Pryor and Jake Douglas. And Macy Wild will see us off for our 3rd and final heats.
Your heat winner, Amy Pringle.
But Amy Pringle, what a great performance. And she will continue her trajectory on the leaderboard, and it is only going upwards for Amy Pringle. And a great performance from Erica Plasti in heat number 2, and also Alice Scott for heat number 1. 8 minutes and 12 seconds to finish off event number 5. So let's head down to the competition floor with Bella Martin, who's standing by with Amy Pringle.
No, we can run it back. We tried to have an interview earlier outside. And I'm going to say that's what happened. Talk me through what happened earlier. We thought we won overall, but someone in the earlier heat happened to pass us. Did that light you up for this one? Because that was a crazy performance.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this morning was fun. It was more me rather than yesterday. Yesterday was more strict calorie related things, which not so good at. But yeah, after today's event, it bumped me up to first place, which was nice. Sorry, what did you say?
We're done.
Okay.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Amy. Individual males about to hit the competition floor. And only minutes away. Athletes getting ready.
Athletes to the start, please.
The first heat of the individual males, all trying to chase down that time from Amy Pringle. 8 minutes and 12 seconds.
20 seconds.
And some athletes in this heat who could do a bit of damage. Special guest standing by, the Chief, Matt O'Keefe. How are you, sir?
Doing really well. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
I'm actually going pretty well. What do you think, Wollongong? You've heard all about it, obviously. Here it is. What do you think?
It's really special to be here. I mean, I've obviously watched this through regionals and then this event from afar. What a special place, man. What a piece of earth. I mean, we've had a blast, you know, in the ocean, getting to see the coastline and all that Wollongong's got to offer. It's really a place everybody should come and enjoy.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure your helicopter ride the other day was okay as well.
That was not too shabby. Yeah, we had a really good time. We really get to see it. What an unbelievable coastline. I think you guys are all just kind of like acclimated to just beautiful coastline. In the United States, we don't have a lot. I mean, we have coastline, but we don't have a lot of this. It's just it's so pretty everywhere you go.
That's why we live here. It's good. You should come up to the Gold Coast. It's even better.
Oh, I've been up there before. You're right. It is very pretty. Very pretty.
Our athletes underway. Thor Heinel, our leader in the white shirt, 3 in from the far side of the arena. Our ladies individual heats, our first 3 getting underway early. And Amy Pringle with an 8 minutes and 12 second response. Now, I was fortunate enough to head over to Wodapalooza a couple of years ago, which was your final Wodapalooza in Miami. Do you miss it at all?
You know, there's parts of it I do. You know, that was a special time of my life. It was time for me to move on. You know, I don't miss the sleepless nights and the chaos that an event like that brings, but I learned so much and I got to work with such great special people. So I miss the people, you know, and I get to go back every year and see them. So it's great, you know.
Without the stress.
Yes, yeah. You know what, that event, man, I wouldn't be the person I am as a business person and a human today without having experienced that. Just special people around it. And it's such a complex business, so I had a really good 5 years there. I did.
The Down Under Championship is seeing a big Jack Monahan making a move on day number 2. Not a great day for Jack yesterday, but he knew that was coming. But he is doing the work he needs to do today to move up that leaderboard. Jack Monahan currently sitting in 6th on the leaderboard, 277 points with some great results early this morning. What did you make of our storms and our weather going on in the last 12 hours or so?
It reminds me of home, honestly. I'm from New England, from Boston, and the weather can change in a snap. So it kind of made me feel comfortable, man, I'll tell you. And you know what? I think people look at that and they're like, oh, no, you know, it's tough on the event. Honestly, I think it just adds to it. I mean, that stuff outside today was really fun to watch.
A little bit harder for the athletes, but that's okay, especially with the sprints up and down the field.
I mean, I dealt with that every year at Wodapalooza, and you can't control it. It's actually the one thing you have absolutely zero control over. And honestly, I think it adds to the athlete's experience. It's just different. I mean, we've seen it at the games. We've seen it at Wodapalooza. So, you know, the event organizer, Rob and his team, they handled it awesome.
Speaking of event organizer, Dylan obviously was underneath you, and then he's sort of taken the helm. Branches out to LA. We do the Tier Cup with Team USA or North America and then Team World. What were your thoughts on that one?
Man, I'm really proud of Dylan and that entire team. I mean, he's a special friend of mine. I've known him for so long, even prior to our time working together. And he's a talent. I mean, you're getting to see it shine through that California event. I was able to be there. That's a really special new event in our space. On the beach in California, just a great feel and vibe. And that format was awesome. Really cool.
Yeah, I think we throw it back to the old CrossFit Invitational days. I don't know if you know, but Dylan used to MC on this floor at regionals. He knows all about it.
He texted me, I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, and he said he was so jealous that I was here. This is at one of his favorite cities in the world. I was like, hey man, let's go back next year. Dylan, I don't know if people realize that, but I think, I mean, and it's, you know, maybe it's personal for me because he's my friend, the best MC that ever walked through this space. I mean, he was unbelievable at it. And he's had to put that aside because he's busy doing some other things now, you know.
Tough at the top, I reckon.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, his job, I've done his job. That's a big, big, stressful job.
We don't want that. Jack Monahan getting to work now, his final 21 calories. The Concept 2 bike is way in front. Thor Heinel is in second place, only about 15 seconds behind now. Connell McElhaney, our third athlete, back. Something seems to be going on here. We've got 3 West Australians in our top 3. Something must be in the water in Western Australia. Have you been over that side of the country at all?
Whereabouts?
Western Australia in Perth.
You know, I haven't. I've only heard wonderful things about it. It looks gorgeous, but I haven't had a chance to make it over. We've been to Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sydney, now Wollongong. We're actually heading to Tamworth. A lot of people asking me why, because we're going to visit Jake Douglas, our guy, spend some time out there. So, you know, I haven't made it out west yet.
I was fortunate enough to partner with Jake last week in a workout at a fitness expo in Sydney. The post 3 days wasn't good for me.
Fortunate or unfortunate?
Yeah, exactly. Probably both.
He's such a special guy. We're so lucky to be able to work with him, and I can't wait to get to his gym and see his community and see what he does out there in Tamworth.
He's doing some great stuff out there. Georgia Pryor, out of Snake CrossFit as well. Maisie Wilds, Jack Monahan getting finished in 6:43, and this is the Jack Monahan we've been used to seeing. We got a sniff of what he could do at the Torian Pro earlier this year. And 6th place, look out, here comes Jack Monahan. The podium beckons. Thor Heinel will finish up next. And we are going to be seeing a West Australian trio finish things off for heat number 1 of our elite males. Now, what have you made of the elite pairs division so far?
It's, I mean, I really enjoy coming to events like this and seeing those guys top in the world compete in different formats, like we talked about Wodapalooza. It's really fun, and you know what? They're all having a really good time, and it's getting a little competitive, even chippy at times, which is really fun for all of us to watch. But it's a great format, and you know what? Rob's done an unbelievable job programming the event. Great finishes, really challenging and testing the athletes, which is honestly an art form when it comes to pairs. You know, you can make a lot of mistakes, as I have, in group team workouts for team formats. So honestly, I'm having a blast. We're like on the edge of our seat every workout. So we're having a really good time watching our guys, the Jakes, go after it.
James Hargraves, George Rodriguez finishing off. And only 2 athletes remaining on the floor. It is Jack Berman and Gonzalo Del Rio. And we talk about mistakes. How in depth did you go with the programming side of things when you were right in the middle of the events at Wodapalooza?
Yeah, honestly, I really stayed out of it as much as I could. We had such a good, I mean, Dylan is really talented at that, and he has a lot of guys around him that are really good at it. I mean, obviously we would all sit around and work together just about what made sense, you know, as a product, as a presentation, but those guys did a really good job. So, you know what, I didn't sit down and write any workouts. I'd have my opinions, but they did all the hard work.
The hardest part of running an event is making sure you get a good test. These athletes are definitely getting that. Jack Berman, our final athlete, with 3 minutes left on the clock. This is the first of our male heats. We have 2 to come before we get to our elite pairs division. The flowing mullet of Jack Berman finishing things up. And all of our athletes finishing up. So you're going to hang around for a couple more heats and chew the fat a little bit more?
Yeah, if you'd like, for sure. I'm happy to.
Big time. All right. Heat 1 done. We'll be back with heat number 2 just after this. Welcome back to the Stadium Wollongong. Thanks for bringing down the championships of 2024. Jeremy Austin with you. The big movers and shakers on the leaderboard, and one of those is going to be Monahan, currently in 6th place. He's going to project himself up that leaderboard just a little bit more with a 6:42 in the first of our male individual heats. Three special guests, Nano Keith. Welcome down under the welcome to Wollongong, Australia.
This is your World Minute.
With particularly members and the greater community here, the vibe's amazing. people are so fired up about competing still. It's just great to be around, people that think like we do, love what we do, want to be out on this floor competing. So it's just been a great trip, man. I'm so happy we're here.
So you're going to have to look it in every year after this one and put it in the calendar.
It's been a long time since we've been here. Matt and I were talking about this the other day. It was 2016 after his first win was the last time we were here. So I think we'll make a more regular trek over here. It's a special place.
Was that the seminars you did up at Torian?
We did, Torian and Play, 2 different weekends. So yeah, that was our first trip. First time I met Jono and Mike, it was really an awesome trip. First time we met Tia, it was really a cool trip. So I'm glad we're back. That was 8 years ago, a long time.
I can't believe it's been that long. Anyway, we have got a long 12 minutes ahead of us for heat number 2 of our elite individual males. Our lane assignments. A number of athletes that we are going to be excited to see. Jack Fleming in lane number 2, all of that experience in team competition at the Toria Pro earlier this year. Riley Martin, who had great performance yesterday on the competition floor in here, who now moves down the competition floor, sitting in 17th and wanting to make a move. We know the snatch event tomorrow afternoon is going to be good for him. Our final athletes, Brandon Gaskell, getting to the bike. Now, how long are you going to be staying after the event?
So we're going on to Tamworth Monday. We're there for a couple days, and then back in Sydney, we're doing an event at CrossFit 168 on Wednesday, and we head home Thursday. So we'll have been here almost like 11 days by the time we head home.
Oh, that's not a bad trip. Jet lag, not too bad for you?
No, actually, I think we travel so much that I don't ever experience jet lag. So it's been a pretty good adjustment so far. Eddie Fraser at Matt and Sammy's Babies had a little trouble with it, but we're having a good time. We find time to sleep at some point during every day. That's it.
Perfect. Adam Manzi just ahead of Riley Martin. They will commence the next set of 7 ring muscle-ups and make their way back to the ski erg for the first set of 18 calories. Now, a lot of Aussie-isms that get thrown about are the things you've tried, things you've heard, and you're going, what's happening out here?
Oh, wow, that's a tough question. Honestly, I don't know if it's because I've been here before. I'm kind of like, used to everything. Obviously back at home, it's a lot of accent stuff like good day, mate, and, another shrimp on the bobby, like stuff we see through movies. But, honestly, it's very similar to our culture in a lot of ways. So people are way nicer here, though, than I think that we experience. Honestly, that's the number one takeaway last time we were here and already on this trip is that everybody's just so welcoming, so nice. They want us to have a great experience here, and we do because of it. It's really cool.
Many selfies, autographs, all that sort of stuff. People excited to line up and get photos with you and that sort of thing.
It's fun. That stuff's fun. It's really, it kind of shrinks the world when you come so far away and people know you and, want to ask you questions, take a photo with you. That stuff's fun for us. It never really gets old.
So what's the most random thing you've been asked since you've been here this trip?
So we were just asked, Sammy, Matt, and I, tomorrow that somebody wants us to sign their body because they're going to tattoo the 3 of our signatures on their body. So Australia has delivered the weirdest thing anybody's ever asked me. That is it right there.
I'm glad we can provide something for you. Riley Martin, Adam Manzi, still your leaders, and Andrew Samble. Pulling just ahead. Adam Manzi nearly goes all the way past the ski erg, having to come back. Alvaro Teixeira in lane 8, moving into 3rd position. We're trying to chase down Jack Monahan's 6:42. That is coming up in less than 3 minutes' time. Now, have you seen most of the programming? And are you excited about anything that's coming up?
I'm really excited for the workout tomorrow out on the field with the 5 rounds of 400-meter run with the burpees and the thrusters. I would love to do that workout. I mean, I like that type of gritty, grimy stuff with some running in it. I think we're going to see some souls left on that field tomorrow.
We saw a few this morning.
Oh, man. Jake Douglas, my boy. We saw some people not underestimate what a 200-meter sprint could do to your body, as a part of our workout. But the programming's fantastic. I mean, if people are watching only bits and pieces, check it out. I mean, it's really a balanced test. And each workout's really, really well done. I think Rob's a fantastic programmer, honestly.
We had Jay Crouch in here yesterday talking about the programming and things that he'd like and wouldn't like. And he was saying how he wouldn't like to be testing sort of the stuff that Rob's putting out.
I mean, it hurts. And you know what? It should. I mean, when you're testing and or playing for a prize, it should be hard. And I think it's done perfectly. It's not going to abuse these guys, but it's going to test their ability mentally and physically. So really well done. I mean, this workout's amazing, right? A lot of skill in it, gritty, grimy stuff in the middle with the bike and the ski. Really well done. You got to find a way to hold on to the rings really in the end. It's every workout's like that. It's got a little nuance in it. The workouts we watched last night with the toe bar and snatches, really well done. Fun, fast finishes, really good stuff.
Well, that's what Jay was saying. Do you go touch and go? Do you go singles and see what happens? And we saw what happened if you do bite off too much.
I love that. It's like, challenging the athlete's mentality in every workout. Testing them to think, about what they can and can't do. Because that, honestly, if you look at that workout the other day, Jake were talking about it, and Jake's like, I don't know if I can hold on to 10 snatches at the end unbroken, and he did, So it's really cool to see that stuff. I think CrossFit programming in general always surprises people at what they can do, and Rob's done a great job with that here.
Samble, not too far to go on the Concept 2 bike before he heads back for his 9 final ring muscle-ups. Jack Monahan's time is about to pass. So very quick time from Jack Monahan. Ryan Mulvaney jumping into second place. Dante Karangaroa struggling a little with that last set of ring muscle-ups. The 7 is Alvaro Teixeira. Moving into third before the bike, staying in third. Jack Fleming, Brendan Gaskell making their way back. Samble, who's had a few injuries over the last couple of years at the Down Under Championship. Can Mulvaney hang on? Mulvaney in the white shirts. And Ryan Mulvaney has jumped out of nowhere and finishes in an unofficial time of 7:24. Almost gets knocked over by Andrew Samble. Alvaro Teixeira finishing up in a very strong third position. Mulvaney in 13th position. That will project him up the leaderboard. Teixeira in 20th. But that time from Jack Monahan in the previous heat of 6:42. Still your fastest time so far. Now, has there been something that's jumped out at you that you were surprised to see, or are you happy with the sort of generic programming that Rob's put out?
I mean, nothing's really surprised me. I think I'm pleasantly, surprised at just how engaged the community is in an event. I think it's great to see how many people have shown up to support the athletes on the floor. In a time of year where I think it's really a downtime in CrossFit. It's pretty quiet, right? There's not a lot going on. Nothing's surprising me. I don't think Rob's programming is generic at all, honestly. I think it's really dynamic, to be honest with you. I mean, look at this workout. That's perfectly programmed when, the challenge really is the skill of the rings and how you handle the stuff in the middle with the machines. That kid just handled that absolutely perfectly and was able to pass 3 guys at the end. That's beautiful programming. So, yeah, it's really, I mean, he just does a fantastic job. So no big surprises, really.
Yeah, Ryan Mulvaney was one of the final few qualifiers into the Tourian Pro this year. So one of those youngsters coming through, proving he's got what it takes.
There's so much unbelievable young talent around the world that's coming up through the system. The next 10 years are bright, really. I mean, you see kids like that. I'm really interested to see what he looks like in 5 years. I mean, there's so many great young guys that are really fit. The game is changing, evolving really fast.
Dante Karangaroa still battling with that turnover at the bottom of the ring dip. And as Matt O'Keefe said, the programming really testing these athletes. Some finding bits and pieces pretty easy. But our third grueling day coming up tomorrow. We'll start out on the field once again and make our way back in to the snatch event. I'm not sure if you saw the snatch event last year, but we saw some amazing lifts here on the competition floor on Saturday night. I think we're going to see something similar tomorrow.
I think that event's going to be really exciting. There's some big boys here and girls that are going to be able to throw some weight around. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people about being able to hold on to those bars, you know. So, yeah, I love events like that. I think it also tests the athlete's not necessarily scared, but they're just wondering, can I, you know? And I think that's great programming. That'll be a fun workout to finish it off.
We had a great battle here last year with Ricky Garrard and Chandler Smith trying to outlift each other. And hopefully we get something very similar as Dante Karangaroa finishes off heat number 2 for our elite males, I should say. And we are going to head to a short break. We'll be back with heat number 3, our final heat of our elite individual males, coming up next.
Jack Sweeney.
Welcome back to Win Entertainment Centre in Wollongong for day 2, the end of day 2 of the Down Under Championships of 2024. Jeremy Austin with you, and thank you for tuning in wherever you are right around the world. Our third and final heat of the elite individual males coming up. And our leader, Peter Ellis, now extending his lead with a second and a first outside in the field earlier on today, backing up his 5th and 2nd yesterday. Isaac Newman jumping into 2nd place, and Ben Fowler hanging on to 3rd after finishing in 3rd place overnight yesterday. Our lane assignment is going to see Pete Ellis in lane number 5. Ben Fowler in 4, and Isaac Newman in lane number 2. Must be something brewing in the west of Australia. Isaac Newman, another of our West Australian athletes. Joined by Chief O'Keefe. And the crowd that has come out today, I was actually surprised that most of them sat in the rain and watched it as it pretty much smashed down on the athletes. Were you surprised?
No, not at all. I mean, come on. Does that not just perfectly sum up a CrossFit fan? Anytime, any place, anywhere, you know, we would go through this at Waza. Those seats would be, they'd have lines out the stands and it'd be pouring buckets out. I mean, not surprised in one bit.
Well, when I came over for that last event, the tornado hit. We had to go and hide in the hotel rooms upstairs.
Oh, remember, that was the last time I think we got to use that hotel because we put everybody in that hotel lobby over there at the Intercontinental. And they were not happy about it. So I remember that very well.
We had the media team, photographers, like we had everybody in there. There's about 40 people in the hotel room. Things were crazy.
That's Wadapalooza for you. Controlled chaos. Absolutely. How about this guy in lane 7? We got Jack Sweeney. He looks like he's going out to play 18. Is that how he comes out for every workout?
He was at the Fitness Expo yesterday, came out in a polo shirt. He's been wearing polo shirts the whole time. He is 2 years into CrossFit. He's an ex-swimmer, gymnast, went to bodybuilding, and now found CrossFit.
Man, honestly, I love it. We saw him yesterday wearing a golf shirt, and I was like, what's going on? This is amazing. I mean, if people are watching, you can see he literally is in full golf attire right now. He's ready to go play 18.
Well, Wollongong Golf Course is only about half a kilometre to our south, so it's not too far away. But Jack Sweeney, a great day one yesterday, getting a second place finish in event number 1. And got some work to do. He's currently sitting in 12th place from the PN CrossFits out in the west of Sydney. Pete Ellis. Can he back up his performance from last year, winning the competition? Ben Fowler has got something to say about that. Royce Dunn, Isaac Newman, Pete Ellis in hot pursuits. Luke Fowler, Darcy Hancock. All of our athletes now coming back to the second set of the ring muscle ups. 9, 7, 5, 7, 9. And Ben Fowler doing it easy. And as
you remember when big guys used to struggle with gymnastics? Those days are over. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you look at the field now. I mean, I think that the games is similar, but man, the bodies are big, real big. I mean, Royce just mowing muscle. He's got to weigh what? 230 pounds, 240. I know you guys are in kilos. So what's that? 100, 105 kilos? You know?
Yeah, it'd be about 105. Yeah, 225, 102.5. So yeah, it'd be close.
Crazy. They do gymnastics like an 80 kilo guy. You know, it's really cool. Evolution's wild.
Ben Fowler and the poke you just mentioned. Royce Dunn jumping into second position. Pete Ellis in third. And looks like Isaac Newman will be next to move. But Royce jumping into the lead. Hello. Something to be said about big fellas.
Royce is running for the rings. That's different. I don't run for the rings. I look at them from afar and hope they go away.
Royce Dunn, Ben Fowler, Pete Ellis, your top 3. Isaac Newman in 4th. And Jack Sweeney in 5th. Royce Dunn now back for the second set of 18 ski erg calories. Only seconds between our top 3. Isaac Newman in 4th. Jack Sweeney. Now the thing about Jack Sweeney in his golf attire, he was wearing the polo shirt this morning and trying to handstand walk as his polo shirt dropped down around his head. So I'm not exactly sure how he managed to do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know what problems he runs into with that, but I am into this. I think we need to get some sponsors on that shirt for him, just like a golfer on the collar, on the sleeves. I mean, it is a good look. I'm liking it. He's doing him.
Maybe he needs some +4s or something else to go on downstairs.
Oh man, that is awesome. Is he? Do we know? Is he a golfer?
I don't think so, but let's do some investigation as Royce Dunn heads back. No, swimming, soccer, athletics, gymnastics, and bodybuilding. So that'll about do it. Maybe he's added golf. I don't know.
That's next. He's already dressed for it.
Royce Dunn, short lead over Ben Fowler. And Pete Ellis now overtaking Ben Fowler as they head to the bike for the final time. Pete Ellis not willing to give up the win or the lead. Now, I'm not sure if you got to see Pete Ellis at the games this year. Has worked his butt off over the last couple of years to make it. Finally makes it to the games. I spoke to him before the competition. He said, I learned a lot of lessons at the games this year. Tell me what you've seen, not just as someone who's been close to athletes, but the progression of CrossFit as they get exposed to more levels.
Yeah, it takes reps. I've been through it with Matt and many athletes that we've worked with across the years in the space, either as an agent or that we coach now. Very rarely do you see people show up their first time and have a lot of success. It's just there's a lot of stuff to learn on a platform like that. We just went through with Jason Hopper 4 years ago. He showed maybe he'd win the games that year, and he was like, man, wow, I have a lot to learn. It's just a big stage, and it's a different competition that I don't think anything else is like in our space annually.
So as a youngster like Pete Ellis coming through, how do you prepare yourself well enough to compete at that level?
Man, you got to just be patient. You got to find a good coach. You got to listen, and you got to play the long play. I think everybody's really, and I get it, they're competitive. They want to win now. In order to win and really finish at your best on that stage, you gotta really invest in the long play. You gotta take a lot. You can't take any shortcuts. There's lots of base work you gotta do. It's just a very complex sport.
Unfortunately. Pete Ellis getting the job done. Unofficial time of 6:33. Ben Fowler in 6:50. They'll be your top two scores heading in. Royce Dunn, still a few reps to go. Peter Ellis will stay at the top of the leaderboard with 470 points. Royce will now project himself into the top 4. Isaac Newman will still find himself in the top 3. And Jack Monahan could well find himself in the top 5 after a great day of competition. Our final 4 athletes, Darcy Hancock in lane 1. Jack Sweeney about to finish up. Luke Fowler and Ethan van der Velden. The final athletes, Darcy Hancock finishing up. And now Luke Fowler, his turn. As Ethan van der Velden is on his final few reps before he finishes out his day of competition at the Down Under Championships for 2024. Van der Velden with a great set to finish off. Injuries hampered him last year, but not so this year. The 20 from the Central Coast getting the job done.
To finish things up with our elite pairs.
Great performance once again from Peter Ellis. 470 points for him. And Isaac Newman, good job for him. And let's head down to the competition floor. Bella Martin standing by with the West Australian, Isaac Newman.
Isaac, it's been quite a moving day for you. You had a great performance outside. Did the weather impact anything for you? Kind of just, you're doing what you got to do this weekend.
Yeah, doing what I got to do. When it started raining, getting a bit of lawn on me, remind me of my footy days, so wanted to go tackle some of the boys, but I had to stay in my lane, so it was good.
I think if you tackled someone and put a target on your back, you're one of those athletes that's on the quieter side. So I think most people don't suspect you to really have these big moves, have these amazing events that are going for you. Do you like it that way? Is that intentional, or is just you're sneaky strong?
Yeah, I just let whatever happened on the field talk for itself. So just here to shine a bit of a light, be a bit different, and yeah, have a good time.
I think you're a bit of a light. You're looking to have your best ever Down Under championship performance. What is going to have to happen for you to have that this weekend?
Tomorrow is going to be a good day. Yeah. So I'm relying on the snatch, but I got to get running. So see how we go.
Isaac, thank you.
Yeah, cheers, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Isaac, and thank you, Abella Martin, and the West Australian, who has been on a slow progression upwards. We're going to see more of Isaac Newman tomorrow. Matt O'Keefe, thank you so much for dropping in. It's been great to chat. Hopefully we get to do more tomorrow.
Can't wait. Honestly, thanks for having me. It's just a pleasure to be here. This has been a great couple days. Tomorrow's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to watch the finish.
Beautiful. We'll see you tomorrow, Matt. And that wraps things up for our individual competition here at the Down Under Championships for 2024 Day 2. We're going to get to the elite pairs up next.